would like to introduce myself. I am the FRH Torch of Heritage and Culture, here to light the legacy of Europe. I came into being as a small spark, inspired by the Olympic flame in Athens. I'm now part of the celebrations of the European Year of Cultural Heritage 2018. During the last few months, I've travelled throughout Europe, covered many kilometres, met many inspiring people, and collected many beautiful stories. But why am I doing this? To bring together diverse community groups with different cultures, traditions, and languages. To foster unity while celebrating Europe's diversity. To shape the future by raising awareness of religious heritage. Our magnificent religious heritage comes in many forms. Most are still in service as houses of God, but some now serve as galleries, theatres, shops, or houses, or are simply empty. Each contains its own stories. Stories that originate when people get together. Religious stories. Stories about big or small happenings in the community. Stories that are passed on again and again. During my trip, I visited many places. I started in the Netherlands, at Leeuwarden, cultural capital of Europe, where FRH's Council Secretary Lilian Grooswagens lit the torch with its first stories. My journey continued along the Main River to Aschaffenburg in Germany. Then the Cantabrian Mountains in Potes, Spain. Then to the ancient city of Lund in Sweden. Then carried by an athlete through the rolling hills of Mont d'Avon-Sassy in France. I travelled to the European Cultural Heritage Summit in Berlin, Germany, followed by the Urban Jewish Heritage Conference in Krakow, Poland, and on to Budapest, Hungary, where I was presented at the opening ceremony of the National Heritage Days. I continued my European journey to Bucharest, Romania, for the NCART Congress, onward to Skopje, Macedonia, and finally have arrived in Paris. I have met people from all over Europe, each with their own story.
Cherish your heritage, because if you don't know your past, you will never know your future.
I realized when I had kids of my own, and when they started to ask where they come from, what it means to be Jewish, what it means to be German, I realized how important it is to convey the message of history, to convey the message of where are you from, what are you made of, what is your identity, and what is the DNA the human beings are all made.
Stories with a message for the future.
I feel I just want to climb on a church and ring the bell and say to the world, we don't have time. We don't have the privilege of time. Things are urgent. They're necessary. And culture is the necessary way to keep us together.
And it's part of our cultural identity, and we should be proud of it and pass it to the next generation.
Stories that will help rediscover the value of the shared heritage on which Europe was built.
I strongly believe that religious heritage plays an important role not only in the heritage protection but also in our personal life. So I would encourage everybody to look around you, what's there, what can you do to protect it, to save it for the future and for the further generations.
I del patrimoni que hi ha a Europa en aquest moment i també crear i construir junts una Europa millor.
Stories that are symbols of unity.
Cultural heritage is about uniting the people. Cultural heritage is not about dividing the people. Let's celebrate the European cultural heritage.
Ouvrons nos églises, lieux de rencontre, lieux de dialogue, lieux d'écoute, lieux de fraternité.
Now I am at the end of my journey at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris. But the stories go on and will never stop. The extraordinary power of our heritage shapes Europe, unites citizens, and improves the quality of all our lives. Religious heritage is both a legacy from the past and a resource for the future.